Hey, it's Ashley. Today I'm going to share a card with you, and I will be making it with the Avocado Arts new release that actually comes out today. It's called Futures So Bright, and I'm super excited about it, but we'll get started. So it should be quick. Alright, so I have a pre-made card base and the pattern paper is already adhered. The pattern paper, if you're wondering, is from the Simple Stories 24/7 collection, and it is from their 4x6 paper pad. And so yeah, if you cared, I wanted this to be more a masculine card, just because I make a lot of girly cards already. So yeah, let's go. All right. So if you didn't know, if you were not aware, Avocado Arts has, with each of their stamp sets, they have coordinating cut files that they use, or you can use, to die cut your images and then stamp your images onto the die cut. And so I have a silhouette cameo, which I absolutely love, and I had pre-cut this die cut, and we're going to stamp it. So I'll get that done. My Memento ink. I just tend to use Memento more than any other ink for some reason. Okay, so we're gonna get that on there. And there you have it. You can see that. It's all stamped nice and clearly. Alright. Okay, we're going to set that aside. And we're going to actually take it back again. And we're going to get a sentiment that says, "You did it." And we're going to stamp that onto the die cut as well. Super easy. And there you go. Alright, now I'm going to take my card, and I'm going to use my mini 3D foam squares that I use a lot to add dimension to my cards. And since it's a smaller die cut, I'm going to use, obviously, the smaller foam squares for that. You know, I might actually cut this one because it's not quite as small as I like it. So I will just cut it in half. And here's a tip. If they're not as small as you want, and you want them smaller, you just basically leave them on the sheet itself and then go ahead and cut it in half. And that way you're not dealing, excuse my bump, you're not dealing with stickiness and worrying about it sticking somewhere before you put it down on your die cut. Okay. Alright, peel off all the backing. And I'm just gonna put it pretty well straight on if I can. I think that we did pretty good. Alright. Now, another thing that I love is that they have, about my silhouette, you can cut pretty fine, detailed die cuts. So this is another cut that came with the set. It goes, you can stamp that you can see that U sentiment. You can cut that out and stamp it on here, but I just chose not to stamp it. I just wanted to rest it in the middle of my die cut. And it has the adhesive on the back already, so I just had to stick it on there and let it go. Okay, so now we're going to embellish. If you know me well at all, you know I love to embellish. Well, at least with gems or jewels or something of that nature. And these are really, really cool. I found these at my local craft store. I believe it was my scrapbook store. Then they're metal stickers. They're called nail heads, and they are by Mark Richards, USA.com. Anyway, super fun. And they come in strips, so you can actually cut off as many as you want or use the whole thing. And for me, I'm just going to get one or two, I think one, because I want to kind of mix up my embellishments today. Okay, you know what? Never mind. We're gonna put them all over because I just kind of have a feeling I want them that way. Give it more appeal. Still missing my paper piercer, so I can't put those down the way I usually put them down with my paper piercer, so I have more exact positioning, but you just deal. Okay, I think that's good for the nail head placement. And now I'm going to go ahead and use Say It in Crystals by Prima to put more of a manly touch to it. I think I'm going to go with brown. Should we do the brown? Yeah. Because it's just, I think they have little adhesive dots on the back, so they're good to go right when you put them in. And they give a little bit more dimension because they have kind of a foam, a really thin foam adhesive with them. One more, I think. I'll put it right there. I can get it off my finger. Okay. I think we're good. Alright, so there's the card itself. Super easy, super simple to put together. Stamps are fantastic. The stamps stamp very cleanly and are so easy to use. They have a great design to them. It's just fun. Super cute and trendy. So I hope you enjoyed it and have a good day.